Welcome. We are your hosts, Chris and Tammy.
In this podcast, we dive into the mindset for networking strategies and skills you'll need to build a solid foundation to build a global business.
We've built a multi-million-dollar business and have mentored thousands of people around the globe in the last 25 years.
These are foundational pillars that will keep your organization stable and solid for decades to come.
And we're always evolving, right? So there's always room to grow in each level of understanding. So, when you look at this stuff, when you're analyzing, where you're at in all of this, always understand that everybody's growing constantly, especially in today's world. I mean, our profession is so different today than it was 5 years ago, right? So it's always evolving, and we know we gotta keep up to the times if we wanna continue building, right? So people development is number 4, and people follow you because of what you have done for them. Okay, so this is really, really important. Leadership is based on developing other people. And that's how you go up in the ranks. You go up not because of you being that absolute superstar. You go up, you might be, but you do go up because of the combination of everybody working collaboratively together, developing new skills together, working campaigns together, growing together. So leaders mentor, they coach, they empower their teams. That's it in a nutshell. Leaders build strong teams by developing future leaders. Finding the skills of people within, the commitment level of people within, and just nurturing that and working with them, guiding them along and supporting them where they need it the most. And the focus is always on investing in people. That is when you really get to a whole new level in team development, really.
And the leadership level 5 is really the pinnacle. Mm-hmm. It's a combination of all 4, right? People follow you because of who you are and what you represent. So again, leadership is based on respect, reputation. Leadership have a legacy and excellence of influence. So these are all things that you graduate. And again, you can't be a 5 until you've mastered 2 and 3 and 4. And this, we cannot stress this enough. And it's not about conceit, folks. It's about, have you noticed that if someone works really hard and they always show up and you see the struggle, you see what they go through, and then suddenly they reach the top. Have you noticed when you look at folks like that, they immediately get an enormous amount of respect from their peers and from their surrounding? That's what I'm talking about. If you reach those levels, it will reinforce your leadership skills, which will be the foundation of creating such an organization that will give you a residual income that will last the test of time. And the thing is, it comes with a responsibility. So you want to make sure that when you make a decision and people follow you and whatever decision you make, that you've done your due diligence. Because again, we don't want to play with people's lives here. So that's the pinnacles. These are the 5 levels of leadership. So looking at this takeaway, talking about this,
leadership is a journey, you guys.
Yeah, go ahead, Tammy.
Yeah, it's a journey. And I think the number 1 book that should be read is Developing the Leader Within. And that's something that I think he's got a 2.0 now. So when we were there, remember, Chris, he gave us a new book. He actually gave us quite a few books because we took that year course. And it really is a journey, and it starts with you first. So each level builds up upon the previous one, okay? And it requires growth. It requires skills. It requires developing relationships, influence, and emotional intelligence. I mean, you're dealing with people in it doesn't matter what we do for a living, we're dealing with people. Network marketing is such a great industry because you develop so many skills that it's going to make an impact on whatever else you're doing, right? And for your jobs. So influence increases at each level, okay? And people see it. People watch people grow or not. And people tend to want to surround themselves with people who are growing into different levels of leadership, of income. It is what it is. And it's all about continuously growing and learning and not just stop because you hit this level. You don't stop when you hit a level because people are looking at you going, wow, I would love to be at that level. I want to do what they're doing, but you got to continue growing yourself personally so that you're leading your people up to that second level that they've always desired. You know, it's on their goals, it's on their boards, it's, you know, so it's constant improvement in oneself, which inspires others to improve themselves as well. So it's a win-win.